Thank you for tuning in again for another Concept Tuesday. We're going to continue with multiplication. So this week we actually have two word problems which are more geared towards third grade. So if I'm going to go ahead and read it aloud. Eric owns 12 pairs of sunglasses. Alan owns 3 times more than Eric owns. How many pairs of sunglasses does Alan own? So if we're going back over, I know that, and I'm going to circle, or normally when you're reading a word problem, we circle or highlight the important information. So Aaron owns 12 pairs of sunglasses, and I'm going to circle it. Alan owns 3 times more than. 3 times more than. How many pairs of sunglasses does Alan own? So we're looking for how many sunglasses does Alan own. So 3, that word times means that you are going to multiply. So when I come here, I'm going to use standard algorithm to solve this problem. So I have 12, because the number with the most digits goes on top. 12 times 3. And this is how I would set it up to do standard algorithm. Okay, so then 3 times 2 gives me 6. 3 times 1 is 3. So I have 36. So I go back to the original question to make sure that I've answered the question. Eric owns 12. Alan owns 3 times more. So we want to know how many pairs of sunglasses does Alan own. So Alan owns 36 pairs of glasses or sunglasses. Because I want to make sure I can use it in a complete sentence and I get back to the original question, which is how many pairs of sunglasses does he own. In my equation, what we learned in the last video, 12 times 3 equals 36. We have our factors and our product. Now, the next problem. Vera owns 17 pairs of socks. So I'm going to circle the 17 because it tells us how much she already owns. How much does she have? That's what owns mean. How many socks does she have in all? So she has 17 pairs, and in a pair, that word pair is important because we have to know that the word pair means 2. So if we want to know how many does she have in all, so we have 17, we start with our equation, times a pair is 2. We want to know how much does it equal if she has 17 pairs. So I'm going to use standard algorithm again. 17 times 2. So 2 times 7, 14. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. So now I'm going to use it in a complete sentence. Vera, go back to the original question, has 34 socks in all. So here I've used the equation, I've used standard algorithm, and I also use it in a complete sentence to make sure that we are answering the question. Now, if you're struggling with multiplication, remember that our strategies that I mentioned last week, representing the problem in equal groups, using repeated addition, and an array. And real quick, I'm just going to do 17 times 2, and I'm going to use repeated addition. So 17 times 2 will look like this. 17 plus 17. But in order to make sure it's accurate, come over here and add it up. 7 plus 7, 14. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So it also gives us 34. Thank you for tuning in, and please come back to visit us for next Tuesday's math concept.